Kyojuro Rengoku, a character who in a short amount of time captured all of our hearts and earned all of our respect. A fan favorite character who changed the hearts and minds of our main characters Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, and also inspired us to keep our hearts ablaze. Today, I'm going to be talking about Rengoku and why, in my opinion, he was able to capture our hearts and become a fan favorite character. So let's get into this video.
I got a rant, y'all.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Guac Papa Dustin, whatever the hell y'all want to call me, back at you again with another video today. As always, feel free to follow me on my other social media down below, my Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, gaming channel, all that good jazz. I said in the title of this video, in the beginning of this video, okay, I'm going to be talking about Kyojuro Rengoku, who is one of my personal favorite Hashira, right next to Tengen Uzui, and in my opinion is one of the best fan favorite characters, and a character who, in the short span of the Mugen Train arc, helped fight alongside our main characters and captured the hearts of everybody, okay? He earned all of our respect. And while some people might not like the character, most people, at least that I know, and some people I see, really love the character. And it just speaks volumes to how well he was written, how well he was a character, how much of a character, how important he was to our characters as well. To the development of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. How much he changed them and inspired them as well as everyone watching. And I kind of wanted to get into that in this video today. What he as a character means and why he was just so lovable. I mean, I remember seeing him the first time when, Tanjiro and everyone met with the other Hashira. And I remember seeing him, and he was a very intriguing character. He stood out. He had this bright yellow and red hair. And he was standing with the other Hashira, so he was all that. And he was the flame Hashira on top of that, And right off the bat, when the Mugen Train arc begins, and we see Rengoku, when we first see him, we see this guy who's just on this train, and he's just, he's eating his food, and he's just yelling out delicious or tasty every 2 seconds, every time he takes a bite, which, according to actual, tradition of samurais, I believe, that they would savor every bite because they didn't know when it was going to be their last. So it was true to that, and that culture, and true to his character. He always had a smile on his face. He was always warm and welcoming. Not saying that just because he was the flame Hashira, but he always had a smile no matter what. He loved being a Hashira, and despite his upbringing with his father being a former Hashira and being an alcoholic, not really supportive of him, believing he was a fool, he still wanted to grow up and become a Hashira, be an inspiration to his little brother, to pick up on all his mother's good qualities, and to continue being that kind-hearted person he was to fight off these demons. And we see that right when we meet him, that how welcoming he is, how much Tanjiro and everyone want to learn from him and just take after him. And even though he doesn't have all the answers for Tanjiro and sun breathing, and not really knowing what Hinokami Kagura is, he does lead him and point him into the right direction. And how much he, the other characters just have so much joy that bounce off of him. He's in this position where he could die at any moment. He knows to savor his every last meal, every last bite. And yet he still tackles everything with a smile. He's still inspiring to others. He's still willing to protect everybody on the train. We see this guy who, despite all that's happened to him, despite the situations he's in, he has a smile, and he knows to inspire his peers, the other young demon slayers around him. And, he knows Nezuko is not a harmful demon, that she's not going to, attack people. He truly believes that she is a hope. And, not only do we see how much he radiates this just energy towards others, this positivity despite everything, we see that from him. And there's no bigger example of this than when, after they fight the lower demon and defeat him in the train, then Akaza comes up. Rengoku's already tore up, he's wounded, he's hurt. He's making sure everyone else is alright. He's making sure his comrades are alright. And then boom, Akaza, an upper moon demon, comes up out of nowhere and just begins fighting Rengoku, spouting to him all this nonsense and how he could become a demon, they can fight forever, and Rengoku's having none of it. Rengoku, in my opinion, was one of his most inspiring moments right there. It was inspiring because Rengoku is, in this position where he's dying, where other people can be getting hurt. He's fighting this upper moon demon who is the third ranked, has a high concentration of Muzan's blood. And, if you've read the manga, you know what Akaza's potential is. And the fact that Rengoku didn't even back down from it. Rengoku straight up just looked and said he was going to fight. He kept on fighting even though he was getting fucked up, even though Akaza was killing him and beating him and, still talking to him about becoming a demon. Rengoku is just having none of it. He's still fighting, not only for his life, but for the sake of others. And even if he can't cut his head off, he'll hold him till the sun comes out. He's willing to fight and risk it all to beat Akaza, to help Tanjiro, help everyone else, make sure they're survivors, that he can't hurt anyone else. And in the end, even though he loses his life, it was his act of bravery that saved many and inspired other people. And in his dying words, he tells them to set their heart ablaze. He leads Tanjiro right where he needs to be so he can try and learn sun breathing. He helps Tanjiro and so many others to be an inspiration to them. Through all of this, overall, from the beginning to the end when we see him, he always has that smile, always wanting to inspire, always wanting to strengthen everybody, to protect everybody, and to keep them going, to set their hearts ablaze, no matter what the situation they're in, even though he knows he can die. And in this moment, he is dying, and he never wavers from who he is. In my opinion, that's the biggest reason why he's such a lovable character, is because he never loses his way during any of this. He never has a lapse in his character. He never has a moment where he's hesitating. He always knows, even if it means he's going to die, he's going to do what he has to do. He serves as an inspiration for our main characters, and as to us as the viewers, we see his passion and determination despite his alcoholic father, despite the situation he's in, fighting against these demons who are terrorizing the world, despite the fact that any moment could be his last moment, and despite the fact that in his last moments, when he was faced with a foe that he couldn't possibly beat, he still went all out and caused Akaza to retreat. Even though Akaza was retreating from the sun, that sun was Rengoku. Akaza was running from the sun, but we all know Rengoku was almost the guy who ended his life. Despite all the odds against him, was the sun Akaza was running from. He was the sun that shined bright for the future of Tanjiro, for Nezuko, for Zenitsu, for Inosuke. Despite the fact that they were sad at his death, they used it as motivation for them to get stronger. He knew what his purpose was, even if it meant he had to die, as long as he could inspire the next generation of Demon Slayers, as long as he could have kept the passengers on that train safe, as long as they could have accomplished their goal, keep everyone safe and keep everyone moving forward. He accomplished his goal. He was an inspiration to the very end. He never wavered once. He was always confident, even in his very last moments. And to me, that is the biggest reason Rengoku is such a lovable character. Because despite everything, despite everything that happened to him, every situation he was in, he always looked for a brighter future. He knew what he wanted to be. He knew what he had to do. He remained strong through all of it. And he inspired others. He helped others. He protected others. And in my opinion, for him to be one of the first Hashira, that the trio, well, the quadruple, if you're counting Nezuko, that they worked with, if you're not counting Tomioka when he met Tanjiro, to be that guy, to be that first one there, was truly fitting. He was the one they needed to meet in that moment, so he can prepare them for the future, so they can get stronger and be inspired to keep the fight going. In my honest opinion, that is the true strength of Rengoku, and why his character is so lovable, how he captured the hearts of everybody, and what showed that he was one of the strongest, bravest, and most respected Hashira. But anyways, that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think of Rengoku down in the comments below. Anyways, that's just a quick video I wanted to put out for you guys today. Like I said, let me know what you think of Rengoku down below. Let me know if there's any other, what your favorite Hashira is, what your favorite character in Demon Slayer is, what you think of the series as a whole. Let me know down below. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.